What's going on, everybody? James here. 22 years selling full-time on eBay. And we're in the weirdest years of our lives. So, I felt something tickling me. So, my sales stopped at 11 p.m. last night. From 11 p.m. last night till 9 o'clock this morning, that's 10 hours. 0 sales. Second day with that. Second day. We're at 9:15. So I had 0 sales at 9 o'clock from 11 p.m. till 9 a.m. It's now 9:15. I got $102 in sales in 15 minutes. These are crazy times we live in, I tell you. Don't ask for an explanation. You have to contact eBay for that. And good luck. Yesterday ended at $667. And at only 3 and 5%, well above my low-end profit I need. 33 items sold, almost perfectly spaced, 16 organic, 17 promoted. This may be the sweet spot, folks. It just may be. This morning, 102, 5 items sold, all 5 organic. Can't complain about that, right? That's more than I would get some full days on organic. So good to see. Good to see. Yeah, so I guess that's all we're going to say about that, since I'm not getting into deep dives right now. So today's only the 7th, so on the 10th I'll let you know how the second 10 days stack up to the, or I should say the second set of 5 days, which is the first 10 days, stack up to the first 10 days of last year when it comes to the profit. First 5 days I was up. So we'll see if that carries over into the second set of 5 days. So 0 to 5 in 15 minutes. 0 to 5 in 15 minutes. Questions and comments. So a lot of you, if you watch my videos, you probably saw what I did in last night's video. I think the line that got me processing is, I'm not familiar with your store, but you're not managing it right. So as soon as I read that, I knew where I was going to go with it. And most of you probably knew with the first joke that came out of my mouth, sending employees home early. I'm surprised people don't see it now, because I feel like it's bad acting when I get into that little I don't know, would you call it trolling? Fishing for trolls. So yesterday, after I finished the video, I'm like, okay, I want to paint this video and make it into a work of art. Meaning, I want it to stand on its own. I want this video to go out and grab a couple of trolls, see if it works. Because I figure if I can hone in on how to fish in trolls, then maybe I can learn to create videos for other types of people, right? So knowing what to go after, what to do in order to get, which would in the long term lead to more subscribers and more views. So I'm kind of using the troll world right now to try to hone my craft in on learning how to create a perfect work of art that pulls the right people in. So before I went to bed, I grabbed a couple, so that was good to see. I don't know if I got any more overnight or not. So I figured 2 is pretty good because it's not a normal 2 that I recognize. So another thing I want to say too, like somebody's offering me $5 for this vinyl, and it doesn't say it's being charged promotion, so I'm going to take it. But right now is a buyer's market, so don't be afraid to sell things cheaper than you normally have to in order to keep the money coming in. So, and that being said too, make sure you take advantage of the fact that you can go out and probably buy stuff cheaper yourself when it comes to thrift stores, or not even necessarily thrift stores, but people looking to move collections or whatever in order to get some money into their pockets. So but yeah, so last night's video, I wanted to kind of stand on its own and see. I didn't expect it to get like a lot of views because I was honing in on one particular subject matter. And I think you could pretty much tell with the title alone. So maybe I'll kind of go into what my mindset was with yesterday's video after I read that first line and it put me into that mode. Let's see. Rough day, Tuesday, not a good start to Wednesday. Filed my taxes. Refunds seem to be about 3 weeks out. Let's see. I have so many glitches right now in my store. A new one is that I have 5 to 6 listings of the same item being shown along with offers being down. You can't even access them to see what they are. I've sold 4 items since last week. Thank you, James, for the awesome video. Like I said before, you've always been transparent and providing great knowledge for beginners and veteran sellers. I'm 3 years in, and at 22 years old, I'm 25 now. No one taught me, so I have someone like you who provides knowledge transparency for free. It is a big blessing. Thank you, my friend. That was when I was making the title for yesterday's video. I had another one up there. I'm like, let's try something a little bit more edgier. So I put taking eBay advice from someone who knows less than me. So the one I had was this person doesn't know how to sell on eBay. And with that one, I took, they could take it 2 ways. Some people are going to take it that I'm talking about myself, which I would have been. And the other people that I'm trying to fish in would take it as I'm talking about somebody else. So, but I figured, now let's just go straight to the source. Let's just say taking eBay advice from someone who's less than me, or who knows less than me, who is less than I am, who knows less than me. Whether that's a fact or not, doesn't matter. It's about what can I hook with that arrogant statement, right? And then I thought on the next one, I erased it a couple of times. I'm like, I don't know if I should. I go, should I pay them $39.95? Because I said it in the video as a joke. And then I'm like, okay, this could aggravate some actual resellers on YouTube who charge for monthly fees. But then I'm like, you know what? If they're really doing business, they're not going to pay attention. They're not even ever going to see it. They ain't going to care. And if they do, they're either going to get the joke or they're not going to get the joke. And to me, it didn't matter, is what I asked myself. I'm like, not really. So I put that out there so being a little bit more of on an arrogance level. So yesterday's video was like a total arrogance video in order to try to troll in some trolls. So that was my mindset behind that. And of course, it should be pretty obvious just with the thumbnails nowadays which ones I am using for that fun. Let's see. FYI, I start my day by playing your videos in the backgrounds as I'm listing stuff. Very motivational. Thank you. You got that wrong, James. I have set local pickup as an additional option. Okay. I don't think you made that clear in the video. That's why I was kind of questioning it. Yeah, I put it on pickup on all my stuff that's like $10 and higher. It's been a while though. Rarely have anybody that takes advantage of mine. I ship worldwide. International sales have also increased. That still presents. eBay likes the buy local idea. Obviously, local pickup offers get a different rating in the ranking. Never really thought about that. That could be a good point there. They do have their own box to click. And if you're watching this and what I do on local pickups is I'm not really a people. I don't want to meet somebody somewhere. And I don't have no problem anybody coming to my porch. So I say, give me a day and about time, and I'll have it on the front porch in a tote for you. And I just put it in a tote and set it on the front porch. So that's all I do when I do it. Cheer up, boo-boo kitties. Can't finish that line. Boo-boo kitty. Jay and Silent Bob. Love the videos. Sales have been crap. Well, I've had over a dozen listings removed in the past hour or two. Yeah. I've been there when it comes to the baseball cap thing. I got a policy violation for a listing that didn't violate any policy. Either eBay is completely broken or someone is going through my store and reporting listings for no reason at all. What were they? And are you familiar with when it happened to me? Like if you have a Budweiser hat that's on, say, a New Era hat, make sure you put the brand as Budweiser, not New Era. So stuff like that. Make sure the brand that's in the title is the brand that's on the item specifics, even if that's not the brand of the item itself, physically self. Oh, thanks, James. I appreciate you. I had one sale today. I switched back to dynamic rate with a 10% cap. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I see a lot of you guys at 10%, and then I was doing 15 to 20, and I'm surprised at the response I'm getting at 3 and 5. I would have never predicted it. I was always afraid to go here. So that's when I just made myself freaking go here, and I'm not disappointed. Another, if I were you, this is what I would do, but I'm not actually doing anything. Keyboard warriors who thinks their opinion matters. Love the video. Can you, what was it? I have to look at, there was something that clicked, but I think I can read it down farther or something. Let's see. I went from 3 offers to 4 offers today after having up to 18 last week. He removed them all from me this weekend and didn't give me any. For sales, I had none so far today. I had one yesterday. Almost feels like eBay decided that I can only have so many sales a week, and I went over my quota. It does feel like that at times. Oh, yeah. When I was talking about the workout videos yesterday, stay away from P90X, stay away from Beachbody. I forgot all about that. So thanks for popping in on that. That's funny, James. Sent your employees home early. Sent your employee home early. Crazy people making comments. Dictators don't like to share, they dictate. Bunch of Karens commenting is always hilarious. And if you guys, I saw some of you guys responding to some of them, have fun with it. Don't take it seriously. Just help paint the picture. Help paint the picture. It's a beautiful thing. Very slow, but real issue. I went to buy something and couldn't, so I had to pull the listing up again and try to buy. I paid, and for several hours it had unpaid item in red on the app. I'm 30% down on the month this time last year. I have doubled my inventory. Ooh, here we go. A lot of you guys are responding back to it. Ooh, even more than last night. Love it. Like I said, have fun with it. Don't take anything seriously, because I don't. Hell, I forget stuff from I can make a video, like, after this video is done, I'll forget whatever I've said on this video by this evening. All right, ready to play? How come you have such a hard time when someone gives you constructive criticism or disagrees with you? Or how you run your business? That's funny, especially when the first line is, I don't know nothing about your store, but you're doing it wrong. Who has the audacity, say, to walk into a brick and mortar store with a bag over your head and go, I don't know what you're doing here, but you're doing it wrong? Gotta love it. You resort to name calling or putting people down Did I name call? I don't think I name called, did I? I don't remember, but I don't try to name call, so I'm not sure. I don't think I did, but who knows? I don't remember. But it's hard to believe these kind of statements too. They can put in stuff to kind of inflate their ego, or at the end of the day, inflate the ego, but inflate their comment, trying to make it sound like I'm, even worse. You resort to name calling and putting people down just because you're pointing something out in your business. They may actually be correct. Would you listen to somebody who says, I don't know nothing about your business, but you're doing it wrong? Like myself, I think the reasons your sales are not what they are is because of the items that you sell. And I'll take that to the grave. Well, that's because you don't want to graduate from kindergarten. I'm just going to start typing K1 under these. So when you see K1, you know that that's my smart ass slang for get up to speed if you want to make a comment. Like all of us who's been watching the videos and actually sells on eBay knows what's going on. So when you get these K1s that come in, let's see. I think it's a childish that you cannot. Like I said, if you're going to troll somebody, get your stuff right. I think it's a childish that you cannot agree to disagree or cordially accept someone's different opinions on what you're doing. That's funny. Okay, let's see the comments. James has more experience than all of us put together. I don't like being told how to do things. Why can't people just say what works for them without dictating? James doesn't dictate like some. I stopped watching on YouTube trying to say it's your stuff or you must be lazy not listing 100 a day. No thanks. Oh, and then we got the new troll who's only been here for a couple of weeks or so, who's probably somebody I blocked who created a new account, and they're just addicted to stalking me. They love me. You love me. Thank you. This is James's biggest issue, but yet they still watch and they still comment. If they really had an issue with me, they wouldn't be commenting. It's something beyond that. It's either mental or they're in love, one of the two. He is stuck in his old ways and is not innovative. He thinks he is, and he believes since he has been selling on eBay for 22 years, he has nothing to learn. What these people don't understand is everything that people are doing on YouTube and making videos of, I've already done it, been there doing it. So where I'm at now is just another chapter. And I like doing the impossible. So when you say something can't be done, oh, I'll show you it can be done. Because I was doing it before the eBay issues. So I know it's possible. Just might change it up a little. We should all be open to change and learning every day. He doesn't have the capacity or desire to do so, and hence why he will continue to struggle. I haven't struggled, have I? I don't think I have. I've been talking about how good it's been at 3 and 5%. These are people who don't really pay attention. They just like to assert their verbiage because it makes them feel important. Fickle picker, this is a response. Your big issue is your mental health demon. Like I said, have fun with it. Just go crazy with it if you want to, if it's your thing. Agreed, he'll be moaning till the day he dies about eBay. When's the last time I actually moaned about it? I think it's been a while, but these people don't know because they don't pay attention. Yep, it's really weird how anybody that disagrees with him is labeled a troll, as if him being wrong is impossible. Now, the trolls are the ones who don't pay attention and don't watch the videos, but yet want to comment. Don't you think he probably acts that way because you guys repeat the same thing over and over again in every video? You made a suggestion. He declined to accept your advice. Now move on with your life. Ta-da! You got to pick and choose who you're going to take advice from. Like if somebody, like, watch some YouTube videos. If he says something, I'm going to pay a little bit more attention to what he says because he's there all the time. I'm guessing you're a he. Watches the videos and is in an interactive part of the community, if you will. Not just coming out of left field going, this is funny. I think that when it comes to reselling nowadays, anyway, that experiencing doesn't always matter. Reselling isn't the same as bringing a new product to the market. All you need to know is what the best brand of items are that are in the most demand, and they will sell for good money, and know where to find them. Yeah, but that's not my business model right now. Maybe it was 15 years ago. So, yeah. Yes, I don't like being told what to do either, but nobody is telling him what to do, but giving him constructive criticism. They love that word, constructive criticism. It's more like arrogant ego. Ooh, this one's good. See, they won't make it this far into the video. They will cut. If they do hear any of this, they'll be like choppy. They won't watch it all the way through to listen to it. And so they'll get little pieces and they'll pull it out and use it to their own liking. Always resorts to name calling and childish behavior. Let me know if I name call. I didn't watch I don't watch my videos. Let me know if I name called or not, because I don't remember if I did. And I'm talking to my normal people. Let me know if I did. Let's see. How many times do you think he's heard that he needs to start selling different items? 1,000 times? 5,000 times? So you expect him to take your advice because you're 5,001? I'm sure he's thought it over many times and his final decision by now. I would get tired of reading the same comment. See, these people, they don't understand that there's more than one way of doing things. And sure, I could like sell off my units in bulk and use that money to start going out looking for all the high dollar items that everybody else on YouTube pushes, meaning everybody's out there looking for the high dollar items, and that high dollar item gets bogged down over time. Take something like Funko Pops or Beanie Babies back in the day. The same thing happens with name brands. The name brands that aren't going for really anything now once went for some decent money. When everybody does something, it's not special anymore. You are the same person that said high sell-through rate is overrated. You must be selling CDs and 8-tracks too. Sell-through rate is overrated when you're doing low sell-through rate items. It is. I've always been like it too. He acts that way because he's insecure. That's a new one. I'm pretty sure I'm not insecure. I don't have nothing to be insecure about. I mean, I've done everything that I've wanted to do. So I already told you that I sell sports items. Anyway, all right, I had enough fun there. I'm over it. You need to add more roughage to the diet. It'll clean you out, no doubt. Need to eat some. I haven't eaten like salad in a while. All right. So on this video, I'm going to do a little bit of trolling, but not trolling. Like the title, I'll troll. I'll put something like, oh, I woke up to 0 sales in 10 hours. That's going to bring the people who are curious, but it's also going to bring the people back who go, yeah, there's a reason, because you suck. You sell bad things. So I'm going to put that in the title. But my thumbnail, unless I feel like doing something special with the thumbnail, it's just going to probably be a screenshot. So not too much effort. So we'll pull some in again. Ooh, what is this new comment just popped up? I think YouTube has been messing around with AI, as I will watch videos and those videos will show as I never watched them. Well, I'm not sure what would cause that, except like cleaning the cache or something. Cleaning the cache on your computer will do that, I think. Maybe it won't. I'm not sure. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing. I only work here. I've only been working here 22 years. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. So we're still at 102. Let's get some. I got 2 Poshmark and some eBay. Let's see. And so it looks like I think I pulled everything. So that's international. Probably not, since there was 0 overnight. Well, we got 1 Canada, but that was a paid from like 4 days ago. I was getting ready to file a non-paying bidder on this one yesterday, but I decided to give them 1 extra day, and they paid overnight, it looks like. So, or not overnight, but last night before 11 p.m. And that is the only international. First up, we got this vintage Spalding toddler jacket. Sold for $10. Headed to Santa Ana, California. This is one of the items I had up for 20, and they put it in at 10 instead of going back at 15. I'm like, it's a buyer's market right now. Just take the 10 and go. Especially at 3 and 5%. This one would have been at 5%. So just take the money and go. Oh, I guess I should have packed up my Posh first to get them out of the way. Seven. I think it's pretty clear that I've stopped taking all this stuff too seriously in my new way of thinking. Or I should say, going back to my old ways of thinking. Not taking it all seriously. We've got this, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, Big Dogs t-shirt, size 4X. Yeah. Sold for $15 on Poshmark. Yeah, I mean, why am I doing that? Who would have thought that my mistake would be promoting too high? Some of you probably would say, me? Which would be constructive criticism I didn't listen to. I'm a stubborn person. I have to find out on my own. Next, we got this hat sold on Poshmark, sold for $10. I'm stubborn. That's just the way it is. $21 Tyler University baseball cap. We've got this Young People Suck bucket hat, sold for $8, headed to Georgia. This one go up yesterday or the day before? One of the two. Well, it's good to see that stuff I've listed is selling too. Like I've got one item here I listed yesterday for sure. This may have been yesterday. It was either yesterday or the day before. I mean, if you would have, I don't care how many people, how many of you guys would have told me that, hey, if I went from 15 to and 20% down to 3 and 5, that I would still probably on some days still sell the same amount of items I did at 15 to 20. There would have been no way I would have believed you. I just wouldn't. So maybe I can't take constructive criticism. So, got a problem with that? Apparently you do. Well, not you per se, but them per se. Next up, we've got D-Align self-titled CD. Sold for $20, headed to Westchester, Pennsylvania. I like the I'm insecure thing though. I gave up being insecure about things at age 22 or 23. That's when I just started being me and not holding anything back. If I thought it, I said it, type of thing. That will, it allows you to be free. And like getting back to that after freaking worrying for probably a year, wrestling with eBay, getting back to that mindset is what led me just to take it all down to zero and start over, you know, type of thing when it comes to the promotion. Not the actual number of items, but I've done that twice within, maybe even 3 times in the past 22 years, where I've just wiped out my whole store and started over again. I wouldn't recommend doing it, but I have done it. at times when maybe my organizing system wasn't up to snuff. I did it when I moved on from Amazon because everything was pretty much both based in both. So I just kind of when wiped out Amazon, I wiped out eBay and just started over again there. Wouldn't recommend it. It's not a fun process. I put this up yesterday. The Personics. Looks like just various artists. And it's got prints on it too. But yeah, just like various artists. Tape. Jackson 5, Prince, Elvin Bishop. Sold for $7, headed to Brooklyn, New York. See, that's the beauty about things right now. Like I felt like at 15 and 20%, I was struggling because I was giving eBay so much money. Sure, I was getting $800 in sales, but just having 600 in sales, I get more profit now. So I feel like the struggle is gone. Now I can just wait it out, wait the problems out, and just continue to keep building. Like finding that, just finding a peaceful, I was going to make an ocean reference instead of waves, where you just, what do you call just still water in the ocean? Yeah. But just found the solitude. I'm gonna stop talking. Solitude. Let's just stop talking, James. Sold this Pokemon Game Boy case. And sold for $25, headed to Jersey City, New Jersey. Solace. Peaceful time. Just allows me to be myself again. Not worry about nothing. Like even having 0 sales from 11, in 10 hours, waking up to 0, I didn't sweat it. I'm like, history has shown I could still wind up with a $600 day, even though I got 0 at 9 a.m. in the morning. And like I said before, just imagine when that overnight gets turned back on, whatever the hell they're doing overnight, what my days are going to be like. It's going to be night and day. Literally both. Twin Peaks CD, headed to New York, sold for $9. I wonder if I try, and some of you guys have talked about this before, and I've thought about it, but I haven't really done it. Just scheduling my listings to go up overnight and see what happens. But I've always been afraid that they would just get lost. Being that something clearly goes on in the overnight hours. Next up, we've got Antigua Brewing Company. Sold for $9, headed to Huntington Woods, Michigan. James worrying is a James scared. James not worrying, less scared. Next up, we've got Expert Napper pen. So tiny. So for $8, headed to New York. So tiny. Oh. Mikey. We got Kansas City Chiefs hat. I did sell one Toby Keith CD last night, right after I made the video, actually, before I even uploaded the video. But none this morning. Kansas City Chiefs cap. Sold for $6, headed to Tomball, Texas. Tomball. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to experiment with anything higher than where I'm at right now. I mean, I don't really need to. Maybe I'll go up a 1% just to see what happens, I guess. Because who wouldn't want more profit at the end of the day? We got winter. I know that word, but I always forget how to pronounce it. Festival. It's the horse show word. Equestrian. I forget how it's pronounced. And it's not like it's a word I use. It's a word I've heard. So for $15, headed to New Jersey. I don't think I've ever said the word. I've heard the word. Simple mind. Simple mind. But I like it that way. See, I said C-O-L-E and I wrote C-L-O. Another problem with my mind, my head. Got some Tommy Hilfiger denim jeans. So for $15, headed to New Mexico. I don't think you're going to fit in here. Do I have middle ground ones? I think those are the same size. Yeah. No, James. Jimmy. There is something to be said, and maybe I'm just biased here, about just simple thinking and being able to get through life comfortably and happily with simple thinking. We've got this lot of 3 cups. They sold for $7, headed to Michigan. Those fit. Might be a little. I don't want them to get broke. Let me find something to throw these in. I just got tired of overthinking eBay, you know. It's so draining. So I'm really enjoying my headspace. Confirm pay. Prints, labels. Do you have any home? Just peaceful. I apologize for any regulars who don't like my little playing with troll thing. Just amusing myself here and there. It's not every day. I'd have a problem if it was every day. There would be something wrong with me if I did it every day. That would be trying to fill a void or something, maybe? Would be my mental interpretation if I did that every day. I guess the void doing it every once in a while is because most days I'm so peaceful now that stirring up some water is kind of fun. And when the people are such easy targets. But I wonder if it's easy for me because I know how they think. So if that's the case, I got to figure out how, like another way of thinking would, like my channel's always been like 60% men, 40% women. So how would a certain woman think? Like, who would be a good target? Like, women who work from home? How would they think? How would I market a video, thumbnail-wise, title-wise, to reach that kind of a market? I don't know. I've tried little things here and there to reach different markets, but I don't know. They don't really seem to work too well. Still learning all that stuff. Trying to figure it out. But I got the troll thing down pretty good. That's step one, I guess. Figuring one of them out. one of the hundreds of thousands of different types of people out there. What are you doing, pirate ship? Got the spinning wheel of death going. I sold a little Mickey Mouse figure for $12. And then this is the DVD that's going to Canada that sold the other day, several days ago. Surrender is not an option. Some religious DVD. I think I got this over at the bins when I got those exercise DVDs. I head up to Canada, sold for $15. $4, 15 for DVD. And that was a $30 transformer toy. Grimlock, sorry. Grimlock. So we are at 10 a.m. right now. So at 9 a.m. I had $0. So 1 hour ago I had $0. And right now I'm at $137. $137 in 1 hour's time. But some say there are no problems. Yeah, because that's normal, right? 0 sales for 10 hours and then $137 in sales in 1 hour. Sounds normal to me. All right. That is all. Thanks, everybody. No new ideas yet on anything. Just kind of still chilling. Chilling the most, like Kid Rock would say. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next video. Later.